What's up, everybody? I'm the BurningSkyCloud, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. The last episode was like, one of the best moments in Genshin so far. So some things I actually didn't some things I didn't actually take notice until I was back editing is that, they were talking about how Rex Lapis' corpse was actually a fake, meaning that maybe this whole thing was actually staged. So if that's the case, then Rex Lapis is still alive, and Lady Ningguang was doing her part to act like he was dead, as well as Zhongli, even though we already know everything about Zhongli. So we pretty much played the players. Isn't that something? So where the heck is Zhongli? Oh, is he at the Golden House? Doggos. Oh.
Disappear!
Ah, snap. Oh, it's okay, I can get that back at some point. Oh, right, the Wangshu funeral parlor. Why was it taking me out that way?
The nightlife here is so vibrant.
That I'll never know. Fairy lady.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng funeral parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
It's okay, we're well known.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell him we're here?
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Oh,
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui?
so why would he go there?
Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
I mean, there's no way that he couldn't have not seen the dark clouds, the giant overlord of the Vortex. Yeah, I guess.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
Now, I'm beginning to think that Zhongli can foresee what's to come as much as child can. But that's just a guesstimate on my part.
Feel free to take a look around.
Bad news for my corpse, is that what I heard? Where am I going? I do not know. Here we
What
go.
should I put in my letter?
Who knows?
You call this cooperation between Harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to
Senora.
heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
Why is Zhongli here?
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And you! You're also one of the Harbingers?
Senora!
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
Been an awful long time, Senora.
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
Breathe. Just stay calm.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
That literally happened like moments ago. No thanks to you.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
Okay, I don't think that's Zhongli.
Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Senor and Zhongli.
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Agreement? What?
What in the world are you talking about?
Oh, that is Zhongli. From an angle, it almost didn't seem like it was him, but okay. Oh. You took it. You know, I had that inkling thought when I was editing before. Oh. But why are you talking with Senora?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Zhongli, why would you make a contract with her?
How sanctimonious.
So Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis. I mean,
What? So you're the Lord of Geo?
I mean, it's no real surprise to me considering Lantern Rite. Oh.
No, wait! That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
So this was all planned from the start. But why do that?
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
So Zhongli planned all this? Just to have conflicting forces confront one another? For chaos?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. Until one drizzly day, As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
Holy shit.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer.
So I see, you faked your own death because you realized that Liyue was ready to move to its next dawning era. One heck of a test, if you ask me.
So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Child, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So everything that happened from then on, they were all in on it, even Child. So were you satisfied with the finale?
Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
I see. So he wanted to test the Adepti, right? I'm so confused. So if all the forces he gathered were in on it, then was it a test to the humans? I'm so lost.
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
That's wow, that's one heck of a way to push Liyue forward.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for. Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people.
Ah, so the Adepti were the least informed. Got it. That makes a lot more sense now. So Zhongli kept most of the information hidden from them to test what they would do. I get it now.
Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing.
Uh-huh.
I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, They seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
I see.
Huh? That doesn't sound good at all.
So what, now the Qixing are in charge?
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
Nah, you're fine. I mean, who cares, but you child? No, I'm joking, don't kill me.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything.
Honestly, I can see Child being a performance actor.
If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
I'm actually very confused by you, Senor. You appeared as a villain the first time, but I don't know. What you're doing is making a lot more sense. Like you're showing a form of humanity.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
We were both equally fooled.
Be that as it may, you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
I mean...
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Child is an actual child, grumbling and griping about how he was fooled and had to play the part of a villain.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
You really are a child.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
I'd like to know what the Cryo Archon offered you.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
So it was a finale performance. Well, I mean, obviously, duh. His final contract.
As for the bargaining chip that
Until
the
Sabai showed
Tsaritsa
up.
used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
You know what? Fair enough.
Paimon can't absorb so much information at once.
That's why you got me here.
So, Zhongli, what sort of contract did you sign with the Cryo Archon? Paimon's so curious.
One of the clauses of our contract was not to divulge any of its contents.
Ugh, you're so petty.
Perhaps. Well. Leave Northland Bank. So I wonder what else is left. So we pretty much did all of that for nothing. The whole setup. After the dust settles, but I missed it.
Today's the day of the Rite of Parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
I reckon you have a point, Paimon. Well, it would at least satisfy the citizens, if nothing else. And people who see Zhongli would just think him as just another normal human.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this Rite of Parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they?
Not at all.
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything.
Oh, you never know,
There's
friend.
only one real possibility in my mind. I've heard that the assassin was that Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty high in rank. I think they called him Child.
Fatui? They certainly are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Shh! Lower your voice. If the Fatui catch you in their sights, Rex Lapis won't be around to protect you this time.
Ye of unknowingness. Ah, well.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
He wanted to take his revenge.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed. I mean, it all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel.
You know, it does kind of feel nice just to hear people talking about this stuff. Even though they'll never know the truth.
Still, what sort of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
Listen to the Millilith announcement.
Hear ye all! The Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge.
Yep. We live just to be dust. In the very end.
Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials.
The guy next to me looks like he's patting me on the back.
Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it.
It's nothing to worry about, really. Just ignore it.
Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything.
It is... This whole matter is so complicated.
Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
That's possible.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the Rite of Parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
I certainly was fooled. So was Paimon. Yeah, the Jade Chamber ain't there no more.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are there speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
True.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Is she?
Traveler?
Yikes! She really is looking our way!
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
Sup?
So young. The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you've heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
You know, I'm kind of starting to like Keqing now. She's...
Whoa.
Paimon is my choice. Well, we already...
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
He spoke! The final farewell. Talk to the people taking part in the rite.
And to think I put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it.
You still smell beautiful.
But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis. Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
Man and Ping.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
True enough. Chateau.
Ah, Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
There you go. Look for Zhongli. Oh, there he is. What's he doing over there?
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not at all.
Why you... Were you just trying to look cool earlier? Or are you really that selfless? If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Damn. Whoop. Whoopsie. Birds, get out of my way. Like, oh shit.
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again.
They won't. I mean, they will, but they won't.
And here you are looking all relaxed.
I think Zhongli's at peace finally.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years? Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
Ha! That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Liyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
Yeah. Probably not.
You're right. I do like the Mora.
You've been aware this entire time, but...
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do. When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
You know, I gotta say, finding out that Zhongli was Rex Lapis early on, but not knowing the full story was quite interesting. I definitely pulled a Doctor Who. But now the pieces have all come together.
Oh, no wonder! Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to.
Right.
But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Isn't that a form of swindling, though?
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say it like that.
Oh, well, that's fair enough then, I suppose.
In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people.
I see. But now that you have... Now that people are saying their farewells to you, you have more of a chance to live the life that you've always wanted. You know, and that should be a thing, you know? Deities like Zhongli should get to enjoy the life that they create.
I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a fine journey. Definitely.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end.
That is honestly
No
true.
meetings without partings.
Also true. You meet to part, but then you meet again. It's all part of the journey. The paths take you away and they can bring you back.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Closed?
Yes. The nation has been closed by order of its deity, the Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
Right.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
The Inazuma Shogunate.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Oh.
Visions?
What about them?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor.
I see. So we'll probably catch Ball's attention at some point.
This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Uh-huh. That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
That does not sound good. I think she's hunting those with vision to off them.
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
I see. So she wants to hoard the vision users for herself, to control them.
Whoa, that's harsh.
The Anemo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Oh. So freedom, contracts, and eternity.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
Well, I guess we'll just have to go knocking up to her doorstep then, and knock her down a few.
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods, and of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
Heavenly principles.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
So, about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Qixing were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead.
Oh, got it. So some of the Qixing know. So they made up a. So then, that would explain why they made up the story of failing a divine trial.
I hinted as much to the Adepti as well. How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient Adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions? All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
What about Child?
Yeah, about that. Before the Qixing made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Qixing from defeating the ancient god.
Well, that backfired on him immensely.
I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui. Ha! Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
As for the Liyue Qixing,
The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Yep.
Kuching is absolutely right in saying this. Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti. Could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been...
That's interesting.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Now about Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear?
You know, I feel like the term Morax came up in the prologue back in Mondstadt. I don't remember what episode, but now that I think about it, it does cross my mind.
Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
I see.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
So, if production of Mora all stops, what can be used as the new Mora?
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
Then, did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common-sense idea.
Are you serious? In all your time of making Mora, you didn't consider to have a private fund set to the side? Ugh, Zhongli.
It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
You could have had a V8. What's a V8? Never mind.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
There's nothing else.
Well then, I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience. I suspect that some serendipity must first come into play.
Available from Chapter 3. Yep. Chapter 3.
All right then.
Oh.
Was there anything else you wish to know?
Nope.
Well then.
The many matters. Interesting. Let me see. Interlude Chapter 1. Wow. View details. Chapter 1, Act 4, Prelude. But that can be done in the next episode. Now let me see here. Yes, I want to go back here for a minute. I at least want to test my ability here. But actually, no. I'm going to hold off on that. Because there is something else that I still have to do before the end of Liyue. Ah, I don't know why I couldn't fly. Yeah, right, I'm gonna do some fighting here. Windblade. I just need a little bit more. There we go.
Surrendering will be gentle.
Come on, I'm gonna get it this time. Yes, I did it. Finally.
Is this an answer from this world?
And then I managed to finish this. I don't know how I managed to get up here the last time. Alright. Right. I forgot that I don't have this ability. Alright. I'm gonna...
Don't be such a brute.
Gotcha. Oh. This ain't gonna go sound so well. Well, alright. Let me go. I have an idea. I always get J and M confused. Well, let me test out my idea. Let me get out of here first. Alright, let me try it this way. Come on. Yeah.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Oh.
No ingredients for me today!
Ow. I need... I am not losing her. Frick, I lost her. You know what? I'm gonna be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go train and get these guys up some. Alright. Let's see how well my training is gonna be.
Let's spark things.
You're toast!
Where is he?
Wind blade! Disappear!
Gotcha. Which just leaves you. Yo, I did it, finally.
Oh my.
That was an epic way to get it all finished. I'm so glad for that. I at least wanted to complete this before I, before I ended things here. So what would this do exactly?
One taste of my hammer.
Oh! Oh! Well, this was an unfortunate predicament. Well, alright you treasure hoarders, you're gonna get it this time.
That tingle?
Wind blade!
A tingle?
Off with it! The wind!
Gotcha. That should take care of you guys for a little bit.
Wind blade!
Wow. Wasn't expecting you guys to show up. One's down. You ain't getting the best of me. I was expecting the treasure hoarders to come running. Oh man, I got more.
A little taste. I got careless.
Wind blade! Have a taste of this!
Surrender and be gentle.
Yeah, now you got a chance to leave. Yo.
Boba, get them!
Gotcha. And you, sir.
Don't be such a brute.
What's the hurry?
Cool it! I got careless.
Yeah, you did, because you pulled an electric model.
Picked the wrong test subject.
I was never a test subject. Yo. Where's this test guy? There's that guy. Oh yeah.
Dodge this.
Alright, well, I'm taking out objective orders.
Freeze.
And I'll probably have to fight that guy. No?
The hunter becomes
The hunted. That's right.
A reward on the road.
Well, look at that. I'm close to level 30. Oh, I am at level 30. One level increased. Well, finally, that ends that. I've got one last chapter here in Liyue to start off, but I'm gonna hold off on that because there's still one thing more left I have to do. But I'll be saving that for the next episode. Let me just switch it over. Right down there. But for the time being, oh, I should probably switch back the party. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and share. And
leave it to me.
Don't forget to subscribe to see more in the future. To see Mora in the future. Just thought of that. But anyway, I'll catch you all later.